In today's self improvement podcast, we are discussing the spiritual technology designed for modern leaders, although in the ancient wisdom. It is about conscious entrepreneurs, it is for conscious entrepreneurs and high achievers. In this video, we will explore why today's leaders don't need more hacks but healing. This is straight from a diary of a CEO. You don't need a productivity hack anymore. You need something else. Welcome back to Luxury Unplugged, your self improvement podcast where we explore the science behind the soul and the luxuries, the personal mastery and the authentic success. Because here we are talking about everything that blends luxury with spirituality. So, in today's episode, we are discussing self improvement topic of understanding how healing becomes more effective than your productivity hacks. Because this is something deeper than hacks, schedules, and time blocking. We are uncovering Hooponopono, the spiritual technology that modern leaders are kind of missing. So, in one of my recent client sessions, it started off with a lot of overwhelmment and burnout with him. And he talked about everything that how he has tried things like Pomodoro theory, Notion, AI calendars for increasing and enhancing his productivity. And while he was speaking, I was noticing the emotional things that were also going around in the back of his head. And then he paused and said, "Why do I feel stuck?" It wasn't really a time management issue, it was more of emotional clutter. And that's when I introduced him to the ancient practice of Hooponopono, and then everything started to shift for him. So, in this episode, we are discussing what is Hooponopono, why is it a science, why is it a spiritual technology, and why is it relevant for modern day leaders and high achievers. Well, Hooponopono is not just another tool in your self improvement journey. It is deeply transformational. It's called a healing practice, yes, but it has the capacity to be in the aspects of neuroscience. And I'll tell you why in a minute. But let me first discuss with you about the cleansing aspects of it, the healing aspects of it, because what happens is that it heals old wounds, it resets your limiting beliefs, and it lets you go off energetic blockages and baggages. So it centers on four deceptively simple phrases: "I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you." It might sound like just another spiritual tool or woo woo science, but here's the truth: it is deeply scientific. Because rooted in emotional intelligence and supported by neuroscience, Hooponopono is helping loads of people, in fact, millions of people around the world, clear persistent mental and emotional blocks. It is helping you to silence your inner critique and resetting your emotional boardroom. So, for high achievers juggling relentless pressure and conscious entrepreneurs seeking clarity beyond the noise, this practice isn't just healing, it is a strategic reset. Now, drawing from the diary of a CEO, navigating burnout and decision fatigue, today we are unpacking Ho'oponopono phrase by phrase, revealing how the spiritual technology is rewiring your mind, unlocking lasting clarity and focus. Now, if you look at the science aspect of the podcast of this particular spiritual practice, Ho'oponopono, we understand that there are four phases which are about emotional alchemy. Now, science reveals that it activates the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for decision making. Second, it helps calm the amygdala, which is responsible for reducing anxiety and fear. It helps stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, and that helps in turn for calming and healing. And then finally, it helps in shifting the brainwave activity to mirror deep meditative states. What is the result after doing this kind of healing technique for about 15-20 minutes? You feel more clear, you feel less anxious, and you're in an aligned state of being. And that helps you take clear decisions. And that is a true mark of any self improvement journey. Now let's discuss how Ho'oponopono is meeting emotional intelligence aspect. Let's connect this to emotional intelligence. Now, Dr. Daniel Goleman defined emotional intelligence as our ability to understand and manage our emotions, to show empathy, build healthy relationships, and make conscious choices. So, what is Ho'oponopono if it is not a daily practice in all of these things? You see, when you're saying I'm sorry, you're acknowledging self. So, which means that you're becoming self aware. Then you say, please forgive me, which means you feel empathy instantly. Then you say, thank you, which is a symbol of your gratitude and your perspective of kindness. And I love you, which is a connection and a heart coherence symbol. And here is the energetic twist: words carry vibrational frequencies. So, when Dr. Masaru Emoto's water experiments showed high vibration words like love and gratitude and how they change the structure of water crystals, we understand that we are made up of 70% water. So, when we use high frequency language, we are literally changing our internal structure, and our energy field changes, and therefore the world responds according to that changed energetic field. So, as in this self improvement podcast episode, you are understanding that I'm so sorry is about self awareness, please forgive me is about empathy, thank you is for perspective of gratitude, and I love you is for the feeling of heart coherence. It is not just therapy, it is a real time reset. It is emotional intelligence in action. And guess what? Leaders with high emotional intelligence make better decisions, build stronger teams, and feel more fulfilled. That's what makes this particular episode a must listen one for CEOs and change makers alike. Now, let's understand the tips how to use these simple four statements. You can apply this while you're stuck in traffic, before a big meeting, or during moments of doubt. When you say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you, you will feel instantly inner calm, even under pressure, just after chanting for about 15-20 minutes. The outcome could be, if it is directed towards better relationships, you could perhaps see a complete change in just 15-20 minutes. It helps you to reduce anxiety and overthinking. It helps you to boost your creativity and flow. It helps you to heal from your past trauma or ancestral energy as well. So, if you are someone ready to elevate your impact, let's connect one on one. Click the second link in the description to book your one on one session with me. Okay, let's get back to the episode on Hooponopono. Now, why is this self improvement episode a game changer? See, if you have followed the diary of a CEO, you will know the deepest breakthroughs that have come through, that people have spoken about on that channel, is because of the tools of inner truth, authentic inclination. Whenever it has happened, the results have been amazingly good. And that is the focus of this self improvement podcast as well. That we create the space for leaders like you to reflect, realign, and release. We are creating a space which is a success story space, a space for blending spirituality and luxury together. And we are not here to help you do more, we are here to help you be more authentically, intentionally, and powerfully. So, the real world benefits of how to use Ho'oponopono can be that you have to start noticing the inner calm that you face immediately after applying this chanting. You might stop reacting and start responding. And you might experience the creative flow. If you are a creator, a content creator, or a YouTuber, you might experience immediate, instant creative flow. And you're able to understand things more logically, more clearly. Everything becomes right on the path. And this can even happen when you are in a situation of uncertainty and something which is, you are wondering what will happen next. This can help you in that kind of situation as well. So whenever you're feeling like that you have to clear something, you have to clear some stuck emotions or something from the past, then you can use this technique as well. And the next time that you feel the weight of performance, deadlines, or legacy, then You can stop and say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. And while it does sound like too good to be true, very simple to be true, in fact, just try it. Say this prayer slowly, say it often, and you'll be amazed how your inner story and your outer life begins to shift. Let it clear what no planner can do for you. Let it shift what no hack will do for you. Let it heal what no strategy dares to touch. If this episode resonated with you, tune in to Luxury Unplugged podcast, your trusted self-improvement podcast. Subscribe, like, and share the self-improvement podcast with 3 high achievers who need healing more than hustle. You can subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about upcoming workshops and exclusive content. And if you're a coach, consultant, or a growth-driven leader ready to elevate your impact, let's connect one-on-one. Click the second link in the description to book your private session with me. Until next time, stay in high vibe and emotionally aligned.